The tools transform your problems into courage, confidence, and creativity by Barry Michels and Phil Stutz. This book is about two therapists who have developed a set of tools to help people overcome their psychological problems. The tools are based on the principles of cognitive behavioral therapy, but they go beyond CBT in several important ways. Big ideas from the book. Why we need tools. Changing attitude isn't enough. The tools, 5 of them in a nutshell. Willpower, the most important tool. Consumer versus creator, take your pick. Being a work in progress, we all are. Refusing a limited life is a good idea. Staying plugged in is the challenge. Leading the way and changing the world. Why we need tools. A change in attitude won't stop you from screaming because attitudes can't control behavior. They're not strong enough. To control behavior, you need a specific procedure to use at a specific time to combat a specific problem. That's what a tool is. The point is that a tool, unlike an attitude adjustment, requires you to do something. Not only does it take work, it's work you have to do over and over again. Every time you get frustrated, a new attitude means nothing unless followed by a change in behavior. The surest way to change behavior is with a tool. Attitude is important, but it's not enough. We need to consistently take action if we want to see change in our lives. That's what the tools help us do, giving us practical tools to powerfully face the common challenges of life as we consistently connect to something bigger than ourselves that'll help us rock it. The tools. There are 5 tools. Each solves a different type of challenge and is associated with a different, higher force. Here they are in a nutshell. Tool number 1, the reversal of desire. The higher force, forward motion. We all tend to avoid emotional pain. This is not good. It dramatically limits our potential. If we want to have a shot at actualizing our potential, we need to reverse our desire, and rather than crawl up in a little ball and try to avoid pain, we want to discipline ourselves to get excited about the challenges in our lives. Tool number 2, active love. The higher force, outflow. You ever get stuck in a mental loop where you're looping around in your head again and again and again about all the things someone has done that annoy you? Stutz and Michels call that the maze. We want to notice when we're stuck in the maze and get out. How? Use the active love tool. Focus on your heart. And rather than mentally beat the person up who annoyed you, beam them. Love sounds a little weird, but it's a lot awesome. Tool number 3, inner authority. The higher force, self-expression. How's your shadow doing these days? You know, that part of you that you most despise and prefer to hide from the world. Well, we need to bring that darkness to light without integrating those aspects of ourselves we're ashamed of. We can't fully trust ourselves and express ourselves with authority. Tool number 4, the grateful flow. The higher force, the source. Feeling depressed, overwhelmed, or otherwise drinking from the egg fountain. It's time to connect to source by getting your grateful flow on. At this stage, we all know that gratitude is scientifically proven to boost our mood, but Stutz and Michels take it to the next level and make conjuring gratitude a fine art. Discipline your mind to always see the amazing things in your life. Tool number 5, jeopardy. The higher force, willpower. All those tools are nice, but guess what? They're a pain in the hum to implement. Stutz and Michels make the genius point that we all want to be exonerated from future work. We want to tap into the magic secret that allows us to be done with this whole hard work thing once and for all. Well, that's not how it works. We need willpower if we want to actualize. This tool leans into the Jeopardy game show soundtrack to remind us that time is ticking and you need to respond to life. Now, imagine yourself on your deathbed. You have no more moments to live. Guess what? That version of you wishes you'd finally do the things you know are best for you. Use the Jeopardy tool to tap into your ultimate power, willpower. Willpower, the most important tool. Very few models of human growth accept this, let alone give you a way to build your willpower. Instead, they pretend it's easy to change your life. It isn't. Our approach is the opposite. We're telling you the truth about how difficult it's going to be, and we're going to make you strong enough to face the challenge. Doing that means increasing your willpower, which is what the 5th tool does. In a sense, it's the most important one. the tool that makes sure you keep using the other tools. It won't matter how effective the other four are if you don't use them. Willpower. It's the heart of optimal living. We need to translate big ideas into consistent, powerful action. Consumer versus creator. The consumer expects a reward for the slightest effort, or better, for no effort at all. He cares only about what he gets from the world, not about what he might add to it. Living on the surface, jumping from thing to thing. His energy is diffused, like milk spreading across a tabletop. He makes no impact on the world. When his time on earth is over, it's as if he never lived. The creator won't accept that fate. Everything he does is with the intention of making an impact on the world. His code ensures this. He doesn't accept the world as he finds it. He brings things into the world that aren't already there. He doesn't follow the herd. He sets his own course. He ignores the reactions of others. He resists superficial distractions. He remains focused on his goals even if he has to sacrifice his immediate gratification. Anyone can live by this code, but very few of us do. It means putting your life in the service of higher forces. These forces can't be found on the surface of life. They're found in its depths. The creator's energy must have the singular focus of a drill boring through stone. As difficult as that is, a creator is rewarded many times over for his efforts. Joyfully being a work in progress. I can confidently predict that you're going to find yourself in the exact same boat. You'll try the tools, love what they do for you, and yet you'll stop using them. How can this be so widespread? The answer is that our entire culture has an unreal view of what it means to be human. We like to think of ourselves as finished products, complete on our own. We're not. To be whole, we need to stay connected to something beyond ourselves. The constant effort that requires means that a human being can never be more than a work in progress. Refuse to have a limited life. A few rare individuals refuse to have limited lives. They drive through tremendous amounts of pain, from rejections and failures to shorter moments of embarrassment and anxiety. They also handle the small, tedious pain required for personal discipline, forcing themselves to do things we all know we should do but don't, like exercising, eating right, and staying organized. Because they avoid nothing, they can pursue their highest aspirations. They seem more alive than the rest of us. Staying plugged in. Think of your mind as a newly bought, state-of-the-art, flat-screen TV. You eagerly take it out of the box, but it won't play. An electrical connection has come loose. There's no buying a new connection. You have to fix it with your own effort. Worse, the connection will keep coming loose. You'll have to fix it every day. But the broken connection in your mind isn't to electrical power, it's to higher forces. And every time the connection breaks, one of your personal problems appears. The tools repair the connection. That's why they work. But the connection never lasts. It will break again. That makes using tools a task without end. Leading the way. Let's imagine what this might look like. Close your eyes and use the reversal of desire on something you normally avoid. Feel yourself starting to move forward. Now see those around you, inspired by your forward motion, using the tool on whatever they are avoiding. See millions of people embracing pain, and as a result, moving forward in their lives. How does the society you're imagining look different from the one we have now? When millions of individuals stop avoiding and start moving forward, there are no social problems they cannot solve. It's only a society that embraces pain that will lead the way for the rest of the world. To help you become a creator, the book has to do more than convey ideas. It has to awaken higher forces inside you. To keep those forces vital, you will have to use the tools long after you finish reading it. In fact, for the rest of your life. That's our ultimate goal, for you to maintain an unending relationship with higher forces. Call us crazy, but nothing less will satisfy us. And if you aspire to be a creator, nothing less will satisfy you. Real happiness is the constant presence of higher forces in our lives. Phil Stutz and Barry Michels.